Welcome to Lambton College's Operating Engineering Studies Lab. Today we're going to do OES 101 Lab number 7, Viscosity Measurement. I'd like you to meet Mike, a student at Lambton College. He's going to be helping me with the experiments today. Thank you, Mike. Behind me we have bottles of motor oil. We've got 10 weight, 30 weight, and 50 weight. Also in our refrigerator beside me we have refrigerated 10, 30, and 50 weight oil, and in the freezer there's a bottle of 10, 30, and 50 weight oil. Your task today will be to use the Zahn viscosity cup, which has a hole in the bottom, and this is an actual lab test. Then what we're going to do is put enough oil in the cup to immerse the Zahn viscosity meter, and you're going to have a stopwatch ready to go, and you're going to fill the cup, lift it out of the oil. The second it breaks the surface, start the stopwatch and continue to time until the steady stream stops, and you're going to stop the watch. So we're going to do that 3 times for each viscosity at each temperature. On the table we have a bag of oil absorbent. Very important that all oil spills are cleaned up quickly in industry. The oil absorbent itself is similar to sawdust or kitty litter. You need to cover the oil spill completely, let it soak up, and sweep it up. Otherwise the oil becomes a pollution hazard when you get a heavy rainstorm. It's also a fire hazard around high pressure steam systems, and it's a slipping hazard. Next we've got a can of 3-in-1 oil. You're probably familiar with that. It says its viscosity is number 20. We use that for light. It's a fairly light oil for home. Beside it, if you'd probably be able to squirt this out onto your hands when you come to perform the lab, but it's a much heavier type of grease. Next to that we have an example of graphite, which is just like a powdered pencil lead, solid. The next example that we have is white lithium grease for electrical. And if you're in industry, you may have to grease pumps rather than oil, or they have a little T handle, and when it gets empty you might have to fill it up with grease. So this is where we should probably lift the lid off of that, Mike, and see an example of our grease. So Mike is going to start with the 50 weight oil, and he's going to put a sufficient level in the cup to cover the cup of our Zahn viscosity meter, and he's going to record what our room temperature is. He's going to take the temperature of the oil in there. You need more than that. The oil's been sitting out in the room for some time, so the room temperature should be the same temperature as our oil. So now Mike is going to fill the cup with 10 weight oil and do the same procedure, and we would hope that it would come out considerably faster than the 50 weight oil. Excellent. Next, Mike is going to go to our refrigerator and pull out a bottle of number 10 oil. And we're going to see how much longer it takes for this colder oil to pour than it did at room temperature. So Mike is going to pour enough oil in the cup to immerse the Zahn viscosity meter, and we're going to take the temperature of our refrigerated oil. You know, to save time, we could almost leave that thermometer in there the whole time that when you're immersing and letting it drain. Might be more an accurate reading. After Mike has measured the viscosity each time, we're going to return the oil to the appropriate bottle. Very important that we put the right weight oil in the right bottle for the next class. And when you're done, you need to always be sure and wash your hands.